We've talked about it all year here at thesteadytrader.com and in these videos, and I think the trend is really just beginning, and that is the outperformance of global markets versus the S&P 500, at least for, let's say, a multi-year stretch. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about, and I think the numbers, or at least the visuals, sort of speak for themselves. What you're looking at here is just one of those multi-line charts I like to show. The bottom couple of lines are the S&P 500, actually the NASDAQ 100, QQQ, and the SMH, which semiconductor stocks more or less flat this year, up a couple of percent or so. Compare that to Vietnam, up 11.5%, Argentina up close to 12%, and of course the granddaddy of them all, the German DAX, up almost 9, 28, 30% again, depending on which second you look at it. So these are impressive moves. Now, we'll look at one or two charts here in just a second in absolute terms, but the reason why these trades are working is because there is at the margin a global diversification going on, at the margin a rebalancing out of U.S. equities. That's not to say that big pension funds and those guys are selling all their U.S. equities. That makes no sense, but they're rebalancing, and that brings a lot of money to other markets that can make a big difference, because a lot of these markets are much smaller in terms of the volume they can soak up. So, you know, it doesn't take that much money to move all these indices. The DAX, of course, being an exception, that's a big one as well. So that shows you the magnitude of that move. Just to give you a quick idea on some of these charts, so if you just like to look at an absolute chart and kind of get an idea of what that looks like, here's Argentina, ARGT. Again, very, very looking chart from a lot of the sort of U.S. indices, which have literally just hockey stick from the lower left to the upper right. You can see here this one has been consolidating for the past 2.5 years at this point, a little bit more, a little bit less, and is now breaking higher. You know, look at something like Vietnam. I think it's Vietnam is one of the tickers. Here you go, just to give you an idea on this one too. Again, I'm going to make this a little bit more digestible for you by just giving you a bit of a line. Again, it's just simple lines. I'm just going to draw perspective to this so you guys can kind of see this looks like. We can draw these lines in many different ways, but I think they kind of, quite frankly, is kind of my point, and you know, not the kind of charts that I would want to be short on. If anything, you know, from investment time horizon perspective, these are the kind of things that I would want to stick into my portfolio. Not advice, just educational here. But that's the kind of charts in the situation that we like. Hope it helps. We'll see you this week in a presentation. We're going to talk all about the amazing opportunities in the world of ETFs, including some of these markets that we just looked at here right now. See you there. If this video helped you, please make sure you subscribe to the channel, you give us a thumbs up like, and if you want to see this approach in action, you will want to join us in our Set the Market morning call, which happens at 9 o'clock Eastern Time, Monday through Thursday. Make sure you join us for that in the link down below. Again, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next video.